Hi, welcome everyone to today's episode. We are thrilled to have a special guest with us today, Alvin. Alvin Netto, an inspiring figure in the world of fitness and personal training. Alvin is highly sought after personal trainer in Malaysia, but he's also someone who has achieved extraordinary feats. He's a two-time Guinness World Record holder for the most weight lifted by kettlebell swings in both 12 and 24 hours. Alvin was also the first Malaysian to be awarded the prestigious title of Personal Trainer of the Year in 2019 at the Asia Fitness Conference. With a deep expertise in elite human performance, corrective exercise, brain training, and life coaching, Alvin is on a mission to help people become the best version of themselves through movement and mindset. He's the founder of Achieve Fitness, where he not only trains over 100 clients, but also create online courses and workshops for corporate clients and NGOs. Alvin has set several Malaysia Book of Records titles, including the longest non-stop backwards run and the most chest to ground burpees. When he's not training or breaking records, Alvin enjoys scuba diving, hiking, and indulging in his favorite food, pizza and mango sticky rice. Please join us today in welcoming the inspiring Alvin Netto.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Adeline. Wow, Alvin, you know what I like also? Looks like you have been following me.
Yes, because I myself am a physio, interested in fitness as well. So that's why I think I'm kind of paying attention to all these industries. To kick things off, could you share a little bit about your journey so far and what's been driving you through all these years?
Firstly, I want to say thank you for having me. Being in this group with three amazing people makes me excited to say yes to Chris. Let's do this. I think what started me would be the passion in fitness. After realizing the passion during my college time, my first job, really, I go out there, I want to start becoming a personal trainer. And that's where I begin it in a commercial gym. After that, I started my own enterprise called Alvin Netto Fitness, the small private training studio in Kajang. Now, if you don't know, Kajang that time got no personal training studio. It's just either a commercial gym or like those shop lab gyms where a lot of bodybuilders go to. So it's something new for me to start a private personal training studio in Kajang. But that's how it begins around 2016. The enterprise has grown to something bigger, which is Achieve Fitness, where we focus on personal training, small group training, corporate training, and of course, workshop. And with that being said, the passion in health and fitness remain. And right now, one of our message is to lead people to become a healthier, not just physical, but also mental aspect in terms of movements and mindset.
Oh, amazing. A lot of people, when it comes to fitness, right, people are just thinking about movement, like body and physical, but they're actually missing out the mindset. Yeah. Can you just elaborate a bit more? Like, how do you guys like help your clients with the mindset?
Well, when it comes to a fitness goal, you not just want to lose weight, you need both the physical and mental aspect to come together. A nice analogy is if you want to become a millionaire, you need to develop certain habits. Without that, you won't be able to reach or sustain it. I can give you 1 million and you're a millionaire, but will you be able to maintain that? Just like health and fitness, you need the correct mindset to not only lose 10 kilos, but to maintain that weight loss, to grow in that journey. So I find that physical and mental aspect comes hand in hand. And oftentimes in the health and fitness, we focus a lot on the physical. Let's lose 5 kilos in 3 months. But you won't be able to develop that mindset and you find yourself perhaps going in circle. You lose 5 kilos, you regain it back. So a key essence in terms of sustainable health and fitness goal is to, as you move along your fitness goal, losing 1 kilo, 2 kilos to 5 kilos, your habits, your mindset needs to grow and develop along the way. And that's really important.
Yeah, I also noticed that I have friends actually they lose about like 10 to 15 kg. But after a while they can't sustain and they grow even heavier. That is very important, the mindset. Or when you want to lose weight and how to maintain that is very important. Yeah,
Right.
Alvin, actually I'm quite amazed about all your achievement like World Book of Record, all this. I I'm quite curious, what first sparked your interest to become entrepreneur immediately after your university degree?
I think it begins during my degree time. So in college, my degree is in business. Instead of reading business journal,
Yeah.
I'm reading a lot of fitness journal, how to build muscles, how to be bigger arms. So that's where I realized I got really deep interest in health and fitness. I finished my degree and decided that my first job, I'm not going to go to corporate, but I am going to go in to a commercial gym and work as a personal trainer. And that's how it started. It's really the passion in the very beginning that pushed me to just step into the unknown and become a personal trainer. I hope that answers your questions, right?
Yes, yes.
I think I thought you study maybe like sports science or something more related to fitness.
Yeah, exactly. But he is in international business. After starting a business, I believe it's not easy. What were some of the first big hurdles you faced, and how did you find your way through all that?
I guess being a personal, I believe every personal trainer's entrepreneur themselves. When I first started as a personal trainer in a commercial gym, as much as we are working in a gym, as a personal trainer, we need to market ourselves in a gym. Okay, in a sense that there are, example, a gym in Kajang, there are 10 other trainers there. So as a personal trainer, we need to know how to brand ourselves. We need to know how to establish our USP, unique selling point. We need to know how to build rapport. So every personal trainer, without them realizing it, without even me realizing it, we are actually entrepreneur out there in a gym setting, figuring our way out. And to answer your question more specific, my biggest hurdle would be when I step out of the commercial gym and into the bigger world. I realized that, wow, there's so many things I didn't know. One thing I would say would be setting up a business or a private personal training studio. Back then, about 7 years ago, there wasn't much private personal training studio in Malaysia. There may be a few in KL, but in Kajang, there wasn't any, and there wasn't a proper blueprint. Okay, this is what you do to build the business of a personal private training studio. I had to figure out myself. I need to know what kind of license to apply. I need to know if I want to put this machine next to this machine, it needs to have this amount of space so that the weight doesn't fall down and hurt people. I need to know about these machines need to have certain plug points. This machine cannot put here. And the layout, the safety. If you have a gym, you need to have a second entrance. You need to have certain number of people. I'm like, where is all this coming from? So the blueprint to build a personal training studio wasn't there. And the biggest hurdle is finding out myself.
Actually, I also didn't notice that you need to know so much to become a trainer and set up your own space to do all this exercise and start the business. Actually amazing. Where you go and learn all this? Because for my experience, if I don't know, then I thought that it's very simple and I just buy machine or whatever to set up only. But how you find out that actually there is a rules and regulation to get all these things that be done?
I said, read books. I think I got a book behind.
At the end of the day, actually all the knowledge. Wow.
Specialty and standard. So I remember having this book, ordering. This book cost me a bomb just to get it shipped. Reading books, Google, and learning from people. This is the biggest hurdle because there wasn't much help. People who set up gyms in KL, they were figuring out too. And I had to, you know what? I want to know this really better. And I had to look outside of Malaysia. I need to reach out to people through emails. I need to buy books. I need to find papers. I go through Google and see how this gym in the United States has done it. In Australia, they do something different. Let me take this. Let me take that and figure out my way. In a sense that building my own blueprint up, whatever I can gather.
You're really passionate on this industry. I can see that.
Oh, definitely.
Wow. Amazing.
Alvin, this was fantastic. I want to ask you, this is the starting parts. You have been in business for 8 years, right? At least, right?
Correct. This will be 7 years.
Other than the starting part, in the process, these 7 years, is there any moments that didn't go as planned? And how was it and how you overcome it?
Definitely. But I think I could sum it up in a sense that for me, every year end, I do like a self-reflection. See, like, 2023, I'm supposed to achieve all these goals where I am at the year end. And I think that when I first started off my enterprise in 2016, 2017, every year I look back I realized that a lot of my biggest setback is remaining the same every year. A specific example is that I tell myself in 2 years' time, my little private training studio in Kajang is supposed to expand out, either franchise it or grow to bigger space. As of today, I'm still in my studio. Every time I look back, I'm like, hey, didn't I say I wanted to do that? I pushed to next year. Didn't I say I wanted to do that? I pushed to next year. So that is my biggest setback. But I won't see it as setback. Over the years, I came to realization that amidst of all the goal I set, that is one goal that I didn't achieve. If I look back at the years I've come through for my business and myself, there are so many bigger things that I have achieved. As an entrepreneur, one thing I learned is to always be grateful and happy with my current achievements. I may not have a big scale business that I intended to grow, but there are other things that I'm able to achieve. And sometimes to me, as a business, growing doesn't mean making more money, having more franchise, or becoming big. It's also the impact that we create in our clients, in our classes, in our community, and the message that we are trying to send out. So I look back at all of these, I think like, okay lah, not too bad lah. So I won't say that, Chris, as like a setback. But since you asked, when I think of it, in a few more months, I need to think already. You in new place, or maybe Chris is asking me to expand out to a bigger place, Chris?
Yeah. Maybe you want to look for investor. Then we sit down. We look for people to also invest in this one.
You can have that.
I think sometimes to expand your business, I will say that how you maintain it also, because sometimes you cannot sustain your business, but you are good, especially now, although you are not expanding, but you are also good because you can maintain your business. That is very important. And I believe that you also have your daily discipline to maintain this successful entrepreneurship and also your business. Okay, what are your daily habits that contribute to your success at the moment, this successful training center? You would like to share with us?
Daily habits to maintain the business. I like the word you use, discipline, because I feel like for me, I like to link business to a bit like health and fitness. If you want to lose weight, it's not doing one big thing, but it's being very disciplined in the small things that leads us to lose weight. And I think to me, building my fitness business is me doing the little things consistently to make sure that my business sustain and grow. And that little thing could be, something like checking in with clients, something like making sure that I am active and current with the trends on social media, reaching out to other small business to build relationship with them, to create network. For example, like working with a physiotherapy, Alvin, because when my client got injured and I can send them to you and we create network, we create all this. So all the little things that I put my time and being disciplined to see to it, that I would say that would lead me to able to sustain and grow my current business.
Since you're talking about discipline, the quality of how to sustain the business or improve in your business, is there any one mentor or maybe a certain incident that happened that create that kind of habits or that kind of quality in you, and actually how they impact in your journey?
I won't say there will be one moment, but in my journey as an entrepreneur, we are constantly exposed to information, to a podcast we listen to, a mentor, a friend, or in my case, to a client. They say, hey, Alvin, have a look at this, learn this. So as an entrepreneur, and myself, is to be able to listen to this advice, to be able to filter, apply it, the necessary part to my business, see whether it works and make changes. I think that is really important because out there's so much information. As an entrepreneur, it's important to have the skill set to see what works best for you and your business. And I think that this is an ongoing process that able to help me grow as a personal trainer myself and to, of course, grow my business, achieve fitness overall.
Since we are talking about business, that I think like for most of us here, having own company or starting own company. So I think most of you can agree, if not all, building a company culture can be quite key, right? How do you keep yourself or your team positive and also productive, and like you said, the quality like discipline, right? How do you keep them disciplined in your company? How do you build that culture?
That's a great question. I will answer that in two parts. I guess the first part I will say it for myself. And I always like this quote is that you cannot pour from an empty teacup. So you have to fill your teacup first. And this is self-care to personal trainers, which is myself, is I have to take care of myself first. Then I can better take care of my clients, my classes, my company, and people around me. As a trainer, we need to make sure that we get enough sleep, we are eating healthy, we are getting our workouts in, we have time for all of this so that we can do what we need to. And that will reflect to people around us. Oh, Alvin always look very energetic. Alvin is always positive. Yes, because Alvin is taking care of himself so that he can, do what he do best. And that is number one, because I'm sure entrepreneur along the way, we would experience burnout, and that is common. It's really important to understand the strategies and steps to realize when you burn out, what are some things you need to catch yourself and do it and put yourself back into the track so that you can keep moving. Because burnout, in my case, it's not going to help me. I deal with people every day and I need to maintain that high energy. So self-care will be number one. And looking at the whole company culture, in Achieve Fitness, one of our message is you can achieve anything you set your mind. And we say that to clients, and our hashtag is be an achiever, because we believe everyone is an achiever. Because we believe everyone is an achiever, I myself as the leader, for example, I need to be an achiever. I need to live that role as an achiever. And that's why you see me challenging myself, for example, like doing Guinness World Record, running backwards, doing crazy amount of burpees. And I leave that message, because if Alvin can do it, then your goal, which is to lose 20 kilos, your goal, which is to be able to run again after an injury, your goal is whether to do an Ironman or ultra marathon, then you can do it because Alvin can do it. So the message, the mission in my company, which is Achieve Fitness, the community, it stays there. Everybody understands, wow, okay, if Alvin can do it, C can do it, you can do it, I can do it. So I guess it's really important to have a very positive culture.
That's a great answer for our community. That's the reason why we call it ACE Circle. Because in our circle, we are all ACE. We are tip top in whatever we are doing. Same with your quote as well, be an achiever.
I also saw that you specialize in elite human performance and life coaching too. You would like to explain a little bit on that?
So I come up with the word elite human performance because, for example, my recent Guinness Book Record, I wanted to do kettlebell swing for 24 hours. And everyone said, Alvin, where got people swing a kettlebell? Kettlebell is similar to a dumbbell, just that you got a handle to hold. It's a gym equipment for those of you who don't know. I had to swing that gym equipment that weighs 20 kilos for 24 hours. And 24 hours is close to, for the Guinness World Record, it's about 15,000 repetitions to swing for 24 hours. So people say, crazy now. I go to sleep and wake up, you're still swinging. No human can do this. Not possible. And I get that a lot, even when I first did my 12 hours walking backwards, my 2,000 over burpees. People say it's impossible. But I always believe that our human body is capable of many great things, just that we must be able to train progressively in a very smart, intelligent way to build up your physical strength, mental fitness to achieve that. So that's where the elite human performance comes. Because if I can swing kettlebell for 24 hours and I plan to do some other crazy things in the near future, I think we all can achieve our own elite human performance.
Now I know where to recommend my friends. If anybody have tried many times and they can't lose weight, or maybe they want to do something special, unique, they must go to Alvin.
Is the train away?
Chris Pang also lost quite a lot of kg.
I think 2016, right?
I remember, Chris, I remember you with your busy schedule, you still make it time to come to the gym. You still push yourself. I remember you had a little knee issue and you enjoy running.
I still running. I still do
Still
running.
running.
Yeah.
See, amazing. Still there, still an ace, still an achiever. You are amazing, Chris.
Thanks a lot. Next, I'm going to ask you, since you already tell us your journey of the 7 years, what's next? What's your plan for maybe next year or even 5 years time? Is there, other than I know that you want to expand, is there other else that you need to move towards? Any certain goals?
See it in two ways. Number one is for the business growth to be able to reach out to more people. We have our mission and message. And within my private training studio, we can only reach out to 100 people. And the next plan is to look ways whether to expand in terms physical or virtually to reach out to 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 people with our message and mission. The top plan for business is to grow that. Definitely looking to expand in Kajang. I think Kajang is a beautiful market. There's a lot of people here in need of health and fitness and looking for a proper place to learn how to be healthy and fit. Kajang will definitely be, and also my hometown is definitely a place where I want to expand. Coming to personal growth, a lot of personal growth. Some things ahead of me would be possible, another Guinness World Record, planning for Guinness World Record and making it into a campaign, because I would always use, for example, a Guinness World Record or Malaysian Book of Record to spread awareness and message for a cause. Like the kettlebell swing was for mental health. And then possible the next one also would be a campaign for something else. So that takes a lot of time, and that is definitely something down the near future.
Do you have anything people can learn from you online or any subscription or your?
There are tons of free resources on YouTube, on my website, and even on my Facebook page. If you spend some time to scroll back, you can Google Alvin Netto or Achieve Fitness. You get so many things from stretching, from exercise technique, from mindset. There's so many things there. I think if you scroll back, you may see me in some of the podcasts sharing some of these things. I'm sure you can find something there to help you.
It's quite amazing when we try to translate what Alvin was sharing, self-care, setting your mind into achieving your goals, whether personal goals and also the career goals. I think it's very important for us as an entrepreneur to do that as well. Not just in terms of trying to achieve 20 kilos, reduce 20 kilos of weights, but in our business, in our entrepreneurship. Because a lot of times as an entrepreneur, like I think just now, Alvin also sharing in the beginning of the story, people say it's impossible to do 24 hours, right? But you did it. That's the evidence of it. You have done 24 hours of kettlebell swing. People think that it's impossible, but you have proved them wrong. I think in entrepreneurs, in this journey, I think people around us, friends, family, sometimes will say that it's impossible to do this business. When we work, we try to work as hard as possible until we burn out. Yeah, like what Alvin was sharing, when we translate into entrepreneurship, so we need to have the self-care, set your mind to it, be an achiever and ace. Also, I think one thing is being grateful, like just now what Alvin was sharing, being grateful, being happy as in your journey, instead of just trying to achieve or chasing after the money. I believe there's something bigger. The satisfaction was what satisfy you during this journey. And so like we know that the fitness world is always changing. What trend do you think will shape the industry over the next few years, 3 years, 5 years? What do you think?
I think one thing you can see right now in Malaysia, I'm not sure if you have heard of functional fitness game or competition. For example, recently in the past 2 years, you may heard of Red Line Fitness or Hydrox. So basically it's like a circuit training. You run a little bit, you do some kettlebell, you bike, you do sled push, you got a series of exercise to do, and it's all very functional and it raises up your heart rate and people love it. So in all around the world, in especially every country, you have like Hydrox Singapore, Hydrox Thailand, Hydrox Taiwan, and that's functional fitness. So that is something that is very trendy right now. A lot of gyms around the world are having classes for functional fitness. Let's join my Monday class. Today, we're going to do exactly like what these games are doing. People love it. It's very high intensity and you sweat a lot. You burn a lot of calories. For business ideas wise, I don't think that would last long. I think that just be a trend because I feel like as a fitness business, you want to build something that sustains for 10, 20, 30 years down the road. One thing that will sustain, I still feel, will be the personal touch that clients or members get from their coach, from their trainers with their gym through either one-to-one personal training or small group personal training. And that's where I put my soul, my attention into my business, because people still want customization. Can you create something specially for me? Hydrox is good. This fitness game all very fun. I see the younger people doing, but I got knee pain now. I cannot do all of that. All these things looks very good, the dancing class, but I got this issue. I have that. I don't like this. So people still look for personalization. And I feel that if you're a fitness coach, trainers, if you have a fitness business, if you're able to provide these options for this group of people, then you are in for the long run, because no matter what, people still want something that can customize for them so that they feel special. They feel that the focus is them. And if you can do that, you'll be a profitable and successful fitness business in Malaysia.
I also noticed that sometimes they also want someone to figure out their diets for them. Do you give that kind of service too?
As a personal trainer, we are not qualified, or in fact, we shouldn't be the one giving up diet plans and telling people what to eat, how much to eat, because that is out of our scope of practice, which I find it a bit scary, because a lot of personal trainers or fitness professionals are doing that, because that's the role of a dietitian or nutrition. They spend 4 years studying a degree, and we as a personal trainer just learn from YouTube. Because I do it, we use all these bro science. In fact, as a personal trainer, our expertise should always be in terms of exercise and how to get the client stronger, fitter in the gym in terms of movement. So when it comes to nutrition, we can only advise. We can only lead them to the right direction. For example, hey, this article will guide you on how to eat, or we refer them to a nutrition or dietitian who can better help them, because everyone is different, especially right now with serious illness. People are falling sick really often. A lot of knowledge to be able to understand a person. And personal trainers, I'm going to speak for all personal trainers out there, including myself. We are not qualified enough to do that unless you have a background in nutrition. If you don't, then even I myself, I don't. I just stay back. I'll just merely advise. So that's really important, to be able to know what are you there for and stay within your line. Because I'm not a physiotherapy. I'm just a corrective exercise. So anything like deep injuries, I'm going to refer it to Alvin, who is physiotherapy. That's your expertise.
So I was sometimes like when I have some clients asking me about nutrition as well. So I just tell them I'm not the expert in this. I can just tell you a few tips, but you still need to go to a nutritionist or
Definitely.
diet for expertise.
And I think it's also very important. We look at that in the health and fitness, and of course, in the business sense, like we are all entrepreneur in some way or another. It's also to be able to look for the right mentor, look for the right teacher, especially nowadays with so many information out there. Everyone seems like a guru right now. So we need to have really smart skills to filter who is not the guru. Sometimes watch a video on YouTube, one young person over there saying, come, I help you to be a millionaire. We must be able to identify and filter and really goes to the right person with the specific skills. I think that's really important for all the entrepreneurs out there.
You were talking about mentor is one. Let's say you only can choose one person. Who is the one mentor that actually gives you the most advice that to shape your business or your fitness journey?
If it's only one, I would say my Auntie Karen. So my Auntie Karen helped me in terms of personal, because as a personal trainer, we build our own brand. So we need a lot of it. Okay, how can I build my USP? How can I stand out? How can I be different from other personal trainer? How can I grow the business? So I think I would say my auntie gave me a lot of insight in terms of personal growth and a little bit of business growth. As a personal trainer, Chris, I would say that it's very hard to say one. As much as I like to name all the person, like my business mentor and this, to me, I feel everyone plays a part. Really can't just pinpoint one or few people, because I learned a lot from my clients. So when I first started as a personal trainer, Chris was my amazing client. I said, hey, Chris, how do you do this for your business? And we just have a little chit chat. Oh, maybe I should use that for my business. And then the next day when I train another person, should buy this stock. This one not bad. Oh, okay, this is what investors do. Maybe I should approach this. So I get like little bits of nuggets here and there over the years. And that really shaped me, because that's the benefit of being a personal trainer. We meet people of all walks of life, all different industries. So we get to take care. And that really makes me, I would say everyone is my mentor. My client is also my mentor. Chris, you also helped me a lot. So thank you.
Alvin, I'm curious, but I don't know whether you're willing to share a little bit of your tips. What is your unique selling point?
What's my
As a-
USP?
Yeah.
I guess my USP as a personal trainer would be my specialization in muscles, my specialization in training older adults, my specialization in sports and performance. So these are extra exams that me as a personal trainer have sit and I can therefore confidently say, yeah, I have the expertise to train these kind of people. These are my target group. Okay, that's my number one unique selling point. And if I were to say USP for the business itself, would be the space, the facilities, the environment that we provide. And I always like to think that USP, you need to be really stand out and something that other personal trainers or other business can't really copy, which would be the message that we built over the years, which is you come train with us. It's not just about losing weight. It's about the journey. It's about the mindset. And coming back to our message is you can achieve anything you set your mind. So people come to us wanting to, for example, lose 5 kilos. 2 years down the road, they are hiking mountains. They are running marathons. They're, wow, Alvin, I never thought of achieving this. And that's something that they say that, wow, I go to other gym. All they do is lose weight. But I come to you. Are you ready? Take me to the next level. Do things beyond that. And that's where I feel it's a culture that we build. It's a culture that may not be duplicated by others. It's something that we love and something that makes me want to go to work. It's not just losing 5 kilos. That's level one. I'm looking at the deeper level to connect to you, to help you to do things you never thought you can do. And that's, I would say, it's the joy of being a personal trainer.
And you have another USP to share with our audience. You know how to speak Mandarin.
I tell you why, because that USP won't come out first day. I will wait a little while. Sometimes client speak bad about Alvin. I just, oh, well, fine, good morning, good morning. After one fine day, I did speak Mandarin. I'm just teasing.
After training you, actually, I started my marathons and I also did my diving because that was because of injury to my knees. That's why I went to train under Alvin. The next stage was actually instead of I be sorry with my knees, actually I went for marathon.
So, Alvin, if let's say, for example, because your center is at Kajang, whoever from PJ or KL would like to get your personal training, how can it go about it? Can it be like online or must go to your training center?
I guess it can be done both. I always would suggest come make an appointment with us, sit down with me, have a chat so I can better understand you. Then we can work out ways that I can help you. I have worked with people who travel 1.5 hours once a week just to see me. And we do that for first 3 months. And then when you are more independent, you see me lesser, you do more things of yourself. I have people who are from other countries, when they are in KL, they just have one extra day, come see me for a short period of time, and then they take whatever information that they have in training with me and they go home and they apply it. So I feel that there's always a way. And of course, the easiest is like right now, we are doing it virtually because what a lot of people need is the blueprint. Alvin, you have done this. Can you tell me how I can do this? And this blueprint, it's really specialized and customized to you because there are so many programs out there, even online, and that's very generic. So I think that if you're looking to shortcut your success to fitness, you're doing so many things, but nothing seems to work, then you need something more specialized. Reach out to me. I'm always happy to hear and work with you.
How can they connect to you?
I think the easiest thing is you can find me across all social media, Alvin Netto. If you just Google me, ALVIN-NETTO, all the information is out there and just click on anything and we'll be connected already.
We will include that into our YouTube and Spotify at the description. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
For our audience, you have learned things from clients. Is there anything that you have experienced, like any surprising or interesting experience with your client or funny experience with your clients?
I think everyone is unique. The beauty of being a personal trainer is that we meet people from all walks of life. I think the most surprising and one of the most memorable, I would say one of, because I got so many over the years, is I have this client that I'm training to strengthen her neck because doctor says that she had a major accident and she won't be able to move her neck. And one fine day she comes to me that she go back to the doctor. After a period of training, she go back to the doctor and tell the doctor, you were wrong. You look at me right now, I can turn my head, I can do so many things, and you were wrong. And when she shared that to me, that really makes me happy. Number one, I'm happy for her, happy to see that her quality of life had improved. Imagine doctor saying that you cannot, doctor say I cannot, I'm like this. And then right now you can do all of that. Number two, also tells me that sometimes don't listen to doctors. Sometimes always get second opinion, always have faith in life, because there's so much more we can do, and our physical body, it's amazing. Only if you find the right tools, the right way to heal or strengthen, so many amazing things you can do. So that story, I would say that something that I will still share with people when doctor said you can't or don't have much you can do. And when you look and search and when you reach out to, for example, a simple exercise, who would have thought as exercise, just strengthening the muscles, and your life changed 360 degrees. So if you haven't exercised, if all of you are watching me don't have a consistent exercise, just go and exercise, go for a walk, start something, join a gym, lift some weights. You'll be amazed how exercise can improve the quality of your life. Not only you will look good, but you will feel good, you will think better. And if you just put you at a different level.
Tomorrow I need to go more frequent for exercise.
Yes, we all should.
Okay, Alvin, one final question. I saw you like to read books. Well, because entrepreneurs sometimes need to improve themselves. Even you have atomic habits behind you, and also you go for learning to improve your level. Will you say to our entrepreneur out there how to actually you continue to improve yourself? Secondly, is what legacy you want to leave? Other than those amazing things you have done, the Guinness World Record things, and also all those achievements that you've done with these students, what other legacy you want to leave behind?
Nice question. I answered the first one, which is the books, and that I think you're asking what advice can I leave to entrepreneur out there. I would sum it up as invest your time wisely. Large part of our time being an entrepreneur is going to be on our business. When I first started off, I would say about 80-90% of my time is on building the brand, building the business, building your empire. Invest your time wisely, because don't spend 100% building the business. Invest in your health and fitness, physical and mental well-being. You need some time to go to the gym, get some exercise, sweat, feel good. Make time with your friends, family. You don't want to have a successful business in front, but at the back, you are sad, you are depressed, you don't have people around you. That's really important. And also, don't forget to make time to help your community. Help people as much as you are growing in your business. You want people around you, your closest friends, your family, or even your colleagues, your employees, to grow with you financially, mentally, everything. So we all level up together, and you have to make time to allocate to all of this. When you can do that, then I think that your entrepreneur journey or your life will be worthwhile, will be a different level. You will look at it as, I get to wake up another day to live my purpose, to live my passion, to help people, to do all of this. And you can do this I am going to do this until as long as I can. I wake up with that thought in my mind, and yeah. So that's to your first question. And I believe, Chris, your second question is legacy. I would say that one personal trainer in Malaysia to be seen as a well-respected and professional profession, meaning that young people in Malaysia can see personal trainer as a career option. Mommy, daddy, I want to become a personal trainer. During my time, now I won't say we are there yet. Now, during my time, if I were to tell mom, dad, after SPM, I want to become a personal trainer, I think I'll get 2 times salary. What is a personal trainer? Working in a gym, becoming big, all muscle, drinking protein, cannot, but we are where we are right now, information on health and fitness. Everyone somewhat needs a personal trainer to guide them. Health and fitness is priority. A lot of people have a lot of illness at very young age. We all are living a very sedentary life. Malaysia is one of the fattest countries in Southeast Asia. And we all need to be fit and healthy. Personal trainers are there to guide you, to help you to level up your life. So I want people to see personal trainer as like a career option. Parents said, yeah, my son wants to become a personal trainer. It's very good. We help people. And people see it as the personal trainer or the fitness professional. So that's the legacy that I want to live in the fitness industry, to level up personal training.
I'm very curious, Alvin. After you graduate your degree and you go straight into this industry, does your parents
Okay, I will listen. I mean, for those who are listening, because they cannot see what was Alvin was doing. Go to YouTube and see what was he doing. Alvin, do it again.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So much money for you and end up you go for this industry.
Yeah. They were disappointed. I can see that in their face. But one thing about my parents is that they trust me because I was more independent since young. I could make decisions myself and I lived through it. They kind of trust me, but I can definitely see the disappointment in their face. They're like, huh? You have a degree in business and you want to work in a personal trainer in a commercial gym. You should be working in a bank. You should be climbing the corporate ladder. No. And that is something that me have to go through it. I have to suck it up. I have to follow my heart. I have to take that in. I have to mentally be strong, emotionally be stable. I have to be certain with, okay, I want to do this. Let me put my heart and soul into it and do it. Thank you for asking that. Years down the road, I remember one of my events and my parents were there. My parents are not very vocal, not very verbal. They don't say, oh, Alvin, we are proud of you. It's very traditional. But I can see that they are proud of me. They smile, they are proud. And my dad, oh, that's my son, that's my son.
Because to them, you are doing well.
It's not an easy journey. We all have very difficult things to do, hard things to overcome, hurdles in our personal, in our business. And I think it's really what makes a great entrepreneur is doing the hard thing. It's never easy. Even like my kettlebell swing and building up the business, super hard. Sitting here, we are laughing right now, but a lot of things happen behind, and I'm sure we all have that. And an amazing entrepreneur is that we have the resilience to see through it.
Alvin has wonderful siblings. I know they are brothers. They are very nice team. They are very good. Maybe if you all do come now, I think you all will see.
I will.
Maybe we can do a run, Chris.
So I asked so many things about can we online or whatever on all these things instead of I'm going down to Kajang. That's why I asked a lot of questions about that.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Feel free to reach out to me. Always happy to help.
Yeah, before we wrap up, just to summarize what Alvin was sharing with us, set your mind to it in entrepreneurship, right? Set your mind to it. Taking care of yourself, be an achiever, grateful, happy. I think it's suck it up. I think during the sharing, suck it up. Yeah, I think a lot of times entrepreneurs will have this difficulty. We will face difficulties and then we kind of like get depressed and not sure whether should we go on, right, or move on. I think suck it up and being resilient with our decision. But I think thank you so much, Alvin, for your tips and amazing stories. So if any of you listening this and you think that you want to start your entrepreneur journey, yeah, just talk to us. All of us, we welcome you to share our experience. And yeah, thank you again, Alvin, for your time. And for those who are listening as well, thank you so much.